Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. So I posted a video a while back about, well, introducing you to the idea of fingerstyle picking as a sort of an alternative to using the pick because some of you have said that you feel that you're too loud. I felt that I was too loud. I didn't like what was coming out of my guitar, but I kind of didn't know any better. I figured, well, that's just the way it is. So when I put the pick down, as I mentioned before, it kind of, it really did change everything for me. So I'm urging you to do the same thing. And I also thought I would sort of show you how I've sort of refined I now call it more of like a hand strum as opposed to, a finger strum. It's definitely not a finger pick, right? That's more of like what they call the Travis picking, but I talk about that in that other video about fingerstyle strumming. So this is more of a hand approach. So what I started to do, or where it morphed into from the original just sort of, fleshy finger and thumb strumming, is I like to, I rub, I use the palm to the heel on the strings, and I use that to what we would call, big fancy guitar word, like to dampen the strings. And then I have my thumb that's kind of stiff, a little bit, it's rigid, and it's just under the thumb so that it strikes the strings first. And then the sort of the palm is right there hovering over, right? So then I'm allowed, if I take that dampening off, see, you hear the treble increase? Now we're going to shut that off a little bit now. See how we can shut that down? And that in itself creates a sound, right? Now, what I like about it, chord changes are much smoother, and that helps lift your confidence. The chords sound, in my opinion, just nice and mellow and smooth. They have a nice tone. Now, of course, one of the reasons the chord changes are smoother because your hands are never off of the strings. So there's always a part of me on the strings. It gives you like a real good feel for things, okay? You can still, you can still employ all your favorite strumming patterns. They're just going to be different. Like you're not doing this anymore. Now it's all in your wrist. It's all in the way you use your hand to manipulate the sound of the strings. It takes a little bit of figuring it out, of course, but I just wanted to show you how, for me, it morphed from when I first started, as I mentioned in the other video about fingerstyle strumming, is I was, and still do, use just the sort of fleshy tips of my thumb and forefinger, right? So that has morphed to more of a whole hand approach, okay? And I just feel that I have more control if I wanted to create different textures of sound, right? Right? So now look, beginners, what are we doing? We're still playing chords. G, C, D, C, G, E, A, D, A, E, right? But we just got this cool thing going on here. Okay? So even at the slowest level, right? Just a nice sound. Okay, so I kind of call that more of as I said, a full hand strum, and I've been using it quite a bit. And of course, when you grow out your nail on your thumb, and and forefinger. Then when you need it, you can sort of scratch them over the, you know, you can scratch them over the surface of the strings as you're running up and down. But that's the theory, is your hand stays on in contact with the strings, and you just sort of, it's almost like you're rubbing them. You're playing them. It's like you're squeezing the tone out of them. All right. So I just thought I would follow up, and sort of show you how I've sort of adapted that early fingerstyle strumming now, to more of a hand style. All right. All right. So I hope you find this a bit interesting. I always welcome your comments, and if you feel I can help, get you playing guitar as soon as possible, decent guitar, hit subscribe, and we'll go on the journey together, right? Happy practicing. See you next time.